not what's the movie we just seen? Oh, so you seen it?
The Crow.
Yeah, he was stuck in stuck in the car. That nigga had that nigga.
That nigga was electrocuted that bitch,
Oh,
burning that nigga up.
But that's why I don't fuck with that shit like that. You know, hell no.
Cause that shit, if they say you can't get out, that's it.
No, I have common shit cool, but I have to know I have something to break out that bitch.
But even with the Tesla, I do like with the out there, they got something you can pull on the side of the door was an actual latch.
I'ma still need to keep something in the car. This is something I
But
can
they
look
tell you
at.
not to pull it consistently because eventually it'll fuck up the door. Say like if it was on some electric shit, that shit be like locked.
Speaking of cars, man, I fuck with that Tesla Plaid. What is it, the X or the S?
So the Plaid, they got a Plaid Model 3, they got a Plaid X, and a Model S.
I want you try the. It's either the Model S. Yeah, the sedan.
And I want the Jet Pilot steering wheel, the half a steering wheel. Shit.
Let me pull that shit up.
Cause I got 4 top cars. That's my dream cars.
Oh yeah, we
was gonna do a little chat about it. Everybody's cars and shit.
I think that Plaid is like 140.
Oh yeah, I know for sure. But every one of my cars is 140 and up.
So Ray Moose, tell us top car that's on your top of your list. Cat, Mir,
AMG
which one?
GT63.
The coupe. That one mine too. The coupe, y'all. And then if you gonna do the AMG, you gotta do it like that. That's just what it is. You gotta do the GT.
Yeah, it's the S. Cause I don't want the SUVs. I want the sedan. I want the sedan.
The one that look like more like coupe style.
I'll take the regular Model S.
They starting at 84,000, 85 basically. The regular Model S.
Yeah, that Plaid will be like 120, 140.
The black.
Yeah, that's the one. I'm telling you, I get on that level. I make that type of money. That's the one I'm getting.
That bitch take off. That bitch beat.
1 second. Man, that's I told you already, bro. That's the one that beat everybody. They were breaking all them, making all them videos.
They got cheetah launch.
Tesla plays cheetah launch of 2.1 seconds. This is the real
Pull up the Plaid.
2.1 seconds.
Yeah, the cheetah launch.
See, but I want my steering wheel to be the half.
Yeah, they got the other kind, the half one. I know you're talking about. That's the steering wheel I want.
Look at this shit.
Tesla claims a cheetah launch.
Nah, go back there to do showing
This is the
video. There you go. Okay. You just passed.
Man, I see there go the one with the other steering wheel, and then there go the cheetah launch right
It's
there.
really fast and really cool, but I don't really like showing people because I hate driving. So when people ask me
that's
to ride, I just tell them to get in the driver's seat, which is kind of stupid. Most 18-year-olds don't know how to drive with a yoke or drive without horsepower, but hey, they figured it out. Once we did, I let them sit in the front seat so they can get the full experience. Keep an eye on the speedometer.
Yeah, that big take all like that. 0 to 60, 2 seconds.
Really cool,
1
I
second.
don't really like showing people because
I gotta have something like
so
that.
when people
Yeah,
ask me
you
to
gotta
ride,
do
I
that.
just tell them to get in the driver's seat, which is kind of stupid. Most 18-year-olds don't know how to
But
drive.
that ain't the only, a lot of these cars can do that. Every single one of my cars, the 4 cars that I will get, every single one of them got that.
You know you gotta do the Porsche. Gotta do Porsche.
Yeah, then you got the Porsche Panamera.
Do a Porsche,
What is
Raymond.
going on, guys? Today I'm going to show you exactly what it's like to drive the all-new Tesla Model
What
S
Porsche
Black.
is it?
It's got 3 motors, 1,020 horsepower, 1,050 pound-feet of torque, and can do
GT3.
0 to 60 in 1.99 seconds. It runs on to do the quarter mile in 9.2 seconds. This is the fastest production car in the world.
You gotta do the 911. That is a classic. You just gotta do
only
it.
$30,000. I say only because the performance offered for the money, honestly, is the deal of the century. To hop in the Model S, I've got the key here, although you don't actually have to use it. You can just put it in your pocket. Now, I've already walked close to the car, so it knows the key is here. And when you walk up to the car,
but that was I see that car, I would rap on a certain level, like
the interior,
because I just don't, you know, it's like there's so many colors. I have to, my shit had to stand up. All those, that's the only thing about them shits.
This is one of the most controversial things in the entire interior. The yoke steering wheel. We'll talk about that in a bit.
That boy got the review. They doing the review auto.
Really nice, comfortable seats, as well as some features in the rear as well. If you haven't watched my review of the car yet, get a link in the description down below. Make sure to check that out. I go over all of the details inside and out of the Model S. This is much more about what it's like to drive. We'll go over a couple of things on the interior first before we take it for a spin.
That's the only thing with that white damn interior. I had to
Tesla different. So it comes with some Scotch on it, like
there. I love
it's gonna
panoramic sunroof.
hold up a lot, and even if you do get some on it, like you literally take like a t-shirt,
for instance.
like they told the shit, my shit like that. I got the white in there. I split the shit a couple times and that white it cleans up.
Sounds outside of the vehicle, the sound
that's
of
the
a
good thing
car or
if
an
you do
ice
get
cream
the
truck.
material.
Yes, it's little gimmicks, but it makes the car a lot more fun. Who else is doing that? And then if you go to arcade mode, you can actually play different video games using the yoke as the steering wheel controls for the game itself. How crazy is that? Now, if you take a look at the yoke, you notice there's no stalks for the turning indicators or windshield wipers, and there's no ability to put the car into drive and reverse. The turning indicators are right here on the yoke. The windshield wipers are right here. And to put the car into drive, there are multiple different options. So I'm going to go ahead and fasten my seatbelt, as it says. Put my foot on the brake, tap to activate drive. Now, it's predicted that I want to go forward using auto shift out of park. That's a technology that is in beta right now, but if we go to pedals and steering, the car actually uses the cameras around it and sensors to determine whether you want to go forwards or backwards based on what's in front or behind you. If you don't want to do that, you can turn it off, which I would rather select it myself. Now to go forward, you swipe up. To go backwards, you swipe down. To park, you just click the P right there. Alright, let's go ahead and take the Model S Plaid out for a spin. The Plaid is not just fast, it is out of this world fast. If you've never experienced a 2,000 horsepower car, you've never experienced acceleration like the Model S Plaid. The way this car sprints from 0 to 60, but more impressive than that, the way it carries on after 60 miles an hour is out of this world. Now, there are different driving modes to choose from.
That Model 3
pedals and steering. We've got chill mode now. In chill mode, if I floor the gas, it's actually really slow. It's chill, so to speak. Anyone could drive the Plaid in chill mode. So if you loan it to somebody or you want to get larger range, you can keep it in chill mode. Speaking of range, this car gets
and then Tesla about to have it to the point where niggas gonna be able to make money while they sleep. The shit gonna make drive for you and you know, go Uber and shit for you while you while you sleep. That's it. And that shit coming soon. Yeah. Nah, something like that. Yeah.
Oh, I think bitch go to work.
Once we get to the top of this hill, there is an awesome straightaway, and I'll show
Be
you.
back at us fucking same time.
You like calling up, bitch, where you at?
But let's go ahead.
Did I tell your ass I gotta go
the
somewhere?
canyon, shall we? Oh,
We used to do a skit on that shit, you found.
Finish up the
the
last round.
acceleration in the
When
Plaid
shit get too
is
futuristic.
like nothing else
Bitch, I told you to be
I've ever
back.
experienced. It is relentless at
All of
any
that curve
speed.
though.
And surprisingly, despite its weight, this thing handles
Yeah.
well in the canyons. It's not quite as direct as the Taycan Turbo S. It feels a little bit bigger and heavier, but it is so much better than the previous Model S. The grip levels with these
That nigga flying.
I was gonna say, God, that.
Flying off that fucking.
That's why I'm looking like that. That shit must be happening.
That nigga tripping.
come with the 21-inch wheels.
That nigga.
You said I do this shit for real.
It actually
That nigga pushing that
really
bitch
well
for
in the
real.
corners.
That
That nigga.
nigga doing no, he was doing
Worked
a
very well,
hundred. That
too.
nigga
Oh
tripping.
my gosh.
Oh shit, he going.
Careful, because in the canyons, this
I
car
gotta be
will
careful,
balance
yeah,
itself
nigga.
out of the turns, and all of a sudden, boom, you're out.
That nigga tripping.
That nigga think he in the game for
one-trick pony that's really
Look, he pushing that bitch.
really fast.
Yeah,
Flying to the man rocks.
Well, now there are some limitations.
he think he in Tokyo Drift, bro.
When the radius of the turn is really small and you need to shuffle.
Damn,
you
y'all.
really
Chat,
can't do
this
that,
is crazy.
with the yoke. It becomes very awkward and you're grabbing for air. If they made the turning ratio a little bit more direct, it's 14 to 1. I think they could make it more direct, so less inputs result in more steering angle. That would fix the problem, but I understand that would cause it to be twitchier, and for a normal driver, that might be a pain.
Most not when they down turns like that.
The yoke can be kind of a pain. But man, you forget about that when you're flooring it. Whoa! Alright, it's time to do a launch. To launch this car properly, we're going to use drag strip mode. Now, drag strip mode popped up right here. It says conditioning for peak performance. 10 minutes remaining. What that means is the Model S is going to chill and warm up the battery packs as well as chill the motor for optimal performance. Then, once you're in drag strip mode, it'll say it's ready to go. Then you floor the brake, you floor the gas, and I'll show you what happens next. Once the Plaid reaches optimal temperature, you'll see this appear. Peak performance ready. Now just floor the brake with the left foot, floor the gas with the right foot. Over the next 9 seconds, the front of the car is going to lower down.
I like how that shit shows.
Stance.
We at the red light right now. Everybody getting left.
And in a couple seconds, ready to launch appears. Now watch the graphic when we launch this. 3, 2, 1. Oh! Oh my God!
I told you 1 second. 0 to 60.
Oh, 0 to 60 in 1.99 seconds.
That's
We gotta do
crazy.
that
1
again.
point.
Here we go. For the brake, for the
You
gas.
seen it.
She
You
just
seen it
stands
first.
engaging. Here we go, ready to launch.
And 1.
Oh, wow!
There you go. You already at 60.
Oh my
You
God!
gotta be at 100.
Oh, there is nothing else like that in the world.
Damn.
The Model S Plaid is
And
very
that's why
easy to
I
drive.
say
Particular-
150. Come on, bro.
Oh,
If I
yeah.
had that money like that,
I
come
put
on,
the
bro.
spoiler on that bitch and everything. I had that
in
bitch tricked
Sheldon.
up.
That's one of them.
Alright, when I get my, I had to salt that shit up. But if I keep, well, you already know.
That's that sports shit for real.
Fastest car you can buy. If you want to buy a car from a lot, the fastest car you can buy is a 4-door, like, luxury sedan. Yeah, fastest car. Bro, you take a Tesla around a racetrack, those is a burnt out after like 2 laps. Really? Yeah. Oh, really? Yeah, after 1 hole. I didn't know that. Yeah. I don't know how many laps you can do, but there's no fucking way you're gonna do 260. Fastest car you.
They're real.
Nah, that red always.
But that's why I said my shit gonna be aggressive. I don't like this genetic look. My shit gonna be aggressive look. Yeah. Exactly. That's how you gotta do
But
it.
that very hard though.
That's why I said that's how you do. I want my shit aggressive.
You gotta get the black rim. Nah, I seen somebody had they shit. It was simple too. They had they shit tricked out.
And I do my, I put the full body kit on my shit too.
Oh yeah, that's all.
On
He
that
had a wide body kit on his Model S.
Yeah, but what you talking about? That would be hard for real.
GT500 versus Tesla. But that, gee, I love Mustang, but that bitch gonna get smoked.
Yeah, that motherfucker getting smoked.
That's a GT500. This is bad. Bye.
Bye. That Tesla, that Plaid smoking in there.
And then that Tesla throw you back in the seat. You know, like I said, that Model 3, when you hit that
Yeah,
shit,
that's
that
what I
shit
want to
go-
feel. They all say that shit. I want to
Like,
feel that shit.
with electric cars, there's no build up of energy.
Yeah.
You know, like how you hit it, like you like, electric, that shit go.
It just hit.
Going.
Boom.
Shit, even the Cybertrucks beat the Lambo trucks and shit.
They are. It's fucking Tesla. Shit. Black top. coming. I'm gonna get it later on. Ooh. And then you got that Audi, the RS7.
Let's go.
That bitch got cheating mode too.
Alright, 0 to 100. Let's go.
And then I like that Lexus. This you talking about 100 and this 100 flat. Give me this all day. Convertible LC.
You talking about LFA?
No,
No,
the
the other.
LC 500.
Oh yeah, that's my shit. I gotta get that.
A
That's
true V8 car, Lexus. You getting quality.
Come on, I'm getting the peanut butter.
You take the Mustang or that?
Look at this shit.
You heard me? I said you take the Mustang or that?
This. Not that Mustang.
Yeah, he love Mustang.
I had a Mustang. Like I love my shit.
Listen, I gotta get the list, but it's with the
What's up,
500.
guys? Right behind me is a Lexus LC500.
That's
This is
the
a
one
Japanese
color I like
spaceship.
too.
Nah, they got one in my neighborhood, but that shit be looking clean, man.
But it's a 7200 and it sounds like this.
Come on.
But see, that's what I be trying to tell you, bro. That's why I said I ain't tripping about none of that sports shit right now. But when the nigga do, it's gonna be some real sports shit like that.
Yeah, he's gonna have real cars.
And he has some of the coolest headlights ever. Inside, you get a
You
split
can't
headlight,
play with that sports shit. You gotta let that shit
leather
for real,
suede,
bro.
like carbon fiber down there, leather on my dash,
Look at that
screen,
motherfucker.
CarPlay,
Ooh.
my driver selector, head-up display, a gauge cluster that's perfect for a spaceship. You have my diesel
Oh my
track
God.
handle, and a hidden cup holder for my G Fuel. Use my code BURNOUT for 30%. And let's take a second to appreciate how.
That's why I'ma trade my shit in and get a little Camry, but I'ma rock that shit for a while. That the next shit after I trade this bitch in, it gonna be some shit like this.
This shit is a beast. A real V8. In the snow, dude. Stop playing. Oh,
That bitch is clean. Like the safe.
that bitch is a monster, nigga.
I'm trying to see the one with the peanut butter seat.
That's the new
Ooh, there you go.
special edition one.
Look at that shit.
That's that bespoke edition.
Look at that shit.
And then you gotta pull up that AMG, that GTS, the 63.
Cause like
I mean, even the 53 hard, the
I take the
43 hard.
I would say if you going for the look of the car, then get the 53. But if you going for the actual driver,
Yeah, the 63,
Yeah,
the 63. And that bitch 150 something, 160.
trying to see somebody drive it.
DDG sister
You
got
got the blue
the
inside on there. Nigga, stop playing the Nipsey Blue, man.
but DDG sister got the AMG.
She got the,
She got the 53, and it's blue like that, but it got
Yeah.
the peanut butter
And
inside.
Rich got it too.
The peanut
Baby
butter.
Rich.
Baby Rich got
the
one.
blue one too.
Oh, I ain't know. Okay.
Yeah, he just got it a couple months ago.
Nah, that's my shit, bro. I'm trying to tell you, bro. That 63 though.
I just want to see they gonna drive it.
That 63 taking
Push
off.
cold and smooth survival skills.
Nah, that's 63.
You can tell
I
time
think
by
that's
measuring the
63,
sun's
like
distance from the
160.
horizon.
Yeah, it's like 160.
Yeah, it's like 165 or some shit.
And that's what I was telling bro, like, them cars like 160, 170, but they daily cars. You can drive them bitches daily. You know,
And they gonna last.
and it's a monster. That bitch a monster.
Like on the plane and shit, you can't even turn that bitch on the
Planes you like sit up to them, like, they nice cars, but you gonna have issues with them. That's not a car that you can let sit
Okay, here we go.
for days at a time.
Throttle house.
Setup, a reworked transmission, and it's a little bit lighter.
But with 471 horsepower and 398 pound-feet of torque, it's not going to be taking down any BMW M850i's anytime soon.
In fact, it somehow gives the impression that it doesn't even know that car exists. It stands alone, and seeing as it's Lexus's flagship, we want to find out if it's worthy of that
I
title.
just don't like coupes like that. But I like the so you know I like the sport car coupes, but I never liked the regular cars like this type of coupe. Like I'd rather get the souped up 4-door with this version than
That
convertible.
interior, that beige
I'm about to
interior, but that's
say,
that fun.
this shit hard. I had definitely.
And you pull up, nigga gonna be looking at just like the Rari and shit.
Yeah, that's hard.
I don't even be seeing too many.
Like the S560 or the M850i. However,
Nah,
that
this shit definitely
sharpness
clean and all that.
does not carry through to the handling. Because even though everything
I'd rather get the 4-door like that bit souped up. But you talking like that? That's why I like muscle car, like the Mustang, the Charger, like the AMG. I get the 4-door, like that's my shit. That 63.
Everything's off. Let's do this race start, and I hope we can get out alive.
This motherfucker, man.
Oh my God!
Nah, that's crazy. And that ain't electric. That's just
That's all
power,
muscle.
nigga. Like,
That's straight muscle, man.
shit.
Oh my God.
We got a tune, stage 2. You got different tunes, 1, 2, 3, 4. That shit is crazy.
Yeah.
Snap, crackle, pop, baby.
Oh yeah, that's that shit.
And then that's the
I'm about to say
coupe
that's
version.
my.
I gotta get both versions.
Yeah, I'm
Now
about
see
to
that
say
shit's
both.
hard. I like that shit.
I'm about to say that's a flagship to me. I gotta get this.
See, but to me that car look different than the one we just seen though. It's like it look different. Yeah, like.
But I would have to get both.
Flexible payment options only at SafeLight.com.
I ain't even about to look. This car, you just know certain shit. The engine, that even the LFA. I get that shit too.
I mean, 400,000.
Man, that LFA, man, that shit goddamn.
That shit breaking records.
That shit, how much? That bitch expensive.
He said 400.
Yeah.
And that's like that Acura, that NSX Acura, that bitch like 400 too. I think like 350. Real
AMG GTS. It's crazy to think that I've already had this car for 2 years. I remember making the video 2 years ago and thinking to myself, I can't believe I own this car. But yeah, it's been an absolute blast over the last 2 years. This is my long-term review. So the design. Undoubtedly, the design of this car is incredible. It's based on the iconic SLS, which was based on the beautiful 300 SL. I just love that long bonnet. I just love the long look of it. It just looks awesome. I feel like the super long bonnet makes it instantly recognisable, and it's what makes this car so unique compared to other cars sort of in its price range. I'm asked quite often by friends if the long bonnet makes it difficult to drive or just sit ahead of me. But you know, with cars being very modern these days, having parking sensors and all sorts, I've not really had any issues, and you get used to it quite quickly. The car also sits very low and hunkered down, making it look even slender than usual. It actually sits so low that I've bottomed out quite a few times when I go over speed bumps, which is obviously quite unnerving, but hey, I feel like it's just one of the things of having a car that sits so low. This car is also considered a front mid-engine car because the engine sits so far away from the actual front of the car. It sits quite close to the middle of the car, really. But unlike other mid-engine cars, you know, where the cabin is in front of the engine, in this car, the cabin is behind it. My car is a late 2015 model, so it doesn't have the facelift bumpers and interior, but the options on this car, whoever chose it, whoever bought it first, did a really good job. I have the carbon exterior pack, so there is a front carbon lip, carbon mirrors, and a carbon diffuser. And this seems to be quite a rare option because I don't actually see it that often on other GTs. For me, the front end is my favourite part of the car. It's just so incredibly aggressive looking. I feel like sometimes
You
that
still get
looks
closer.
mine is in black.
Because the
and
new
with
one
black
look
wheels,
better than
I like
that.
how understand.
Let me see what kind of new one. Yeah. See, this the new GT60. You can see the difference.
The AMG GT has been completely redesigned,
This bitch
and I think Mercedes has built the new Porsche 928.
Which must mean you like it quite a bit.
I like it quite a bit.
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
There's issues with it when you start to apply sports car metrics to this behemoth.
I put up the net.
Essentially, it is a hardtop Mercedes SL. Because you'll notice the prior AMG GT was just a two-seater, but the new one has really useless back seats.
I mean, like, why are we trying back seats?
Like, I think children would complain and get angry at
Yes, they will.
even when you fold them. There's still not a lot of space. There's not enough room because they hit the back of these seats. Alright. But the car is spectacular, and on this trim level, which is the E-Performance version of the
You gotta look at that GR Corrote, that RAV, man, that RAV4.
Yes.
This is absurd amounts of power.
Great cars, great roads, and all the reasons we love to drive. Road trips, comparisons, test drive.
This car corners so hard and grips the earth so hard, it's almost like they're using that extra weight to their advantage to stick it to the ground to go around corners even faster than you thought.
I mean, this has
How
brand
can this
new
car do this?
Michelin Pilot Sport 5s on it, which are clearly a very good tire, and they fit this car well.
Michelin.
But it is astonishing what this can do as far as sheer grip. It's one of those things where I don't feel like the weight ever goes away. You're aware of it, but you're also then aware that it doesn't really matter.
The steering feel,
It pushed that bitch.
Mm-hmm.
Your back seat.
It's just crazy how we be talking about these cars, but it's like the way the shit going now is with technology. It's like
these shit gonna be a thing of the past.
You see, they got this nigga that came out with the horse like a dog you could ride on. You seen that shit? It's like a horse. And that bitch taking off. That shit going on the off-road, all day, up the mountain. That shit hard.
Oh, shit. A horse is a dog.
Yeah.
In case you didn't know, these young men are driven. New generation.
After over that movie, the future,
they want you to know
robot.
You can't stop.
There you go. They just showed that bit too.
Men tell
Nah, I
you
bet
things
this
just
is
for
on
men
it.
to eliminate gray. There's a great before and after. Then
Seat. That's what that is. That's a 500 back seat. Age 5, not height 5. Age 5.
I know when the nigga traveling, bro, I'm gonna be renting all these cars.
No, that's an emergency only back
I
seat.
ain't gonna own that every single car, but nigga definitely gonna rent them and drive them.
This car feels
Shit like this, you go to Vegas, we go to Vegas,
before I've driven it.
put in together and
Looks
go
great.
rent one of these bitches.
It actually
Shit,
gonna
like
go
get an AMG
into,
G-Wagon or some shit.
Sport
Yeah.
Plus mode. Ooh,
Go
very
snap,
friendly.
you know what I mean, a
And
Bentley or whatever.
this car leads me to
Yeah.
one of my
Take
side
turn
brands.
driving.
Okay. Because it
Only
has
live one.
fuel with the fire of something that's on my brain. I'm going to start first by just accelerating, and then I will discuss the reality and the problem. But again, absurd numbers.
I'm about to say.
Hey crew, I've got the key to this 24. Hey crew, I've got the key to this 24
Damn,
Mercedes
damn,
AMG
motherfucker.
GT63 SE Performance, and
Oh
today
my
we're gonna
God.
see what
And
it's
this
like
electric.
to live with. I'm gonna start by.
That's what I'm
plugging it
saying,
into
like,
level
but
2
the Porsche
charger.
new electric cars, bro, them motherfuckers clean, bro. Hard. I mean, all that
That
shit.
red is hard, man.
Damn, look at that motherfucker. Come on, man.
Well, you ain't gotta say
Stop,
that.
man,
Then when you
bro.
cut that chicken, like,
Man, them whole goddamn want to get fought as soon as they sit in that bitch. I'm putting the stars on the boot. I'm putting the stars up there if it don't come with it.
That bitch sounds like we just sit.
Double exhaust on both sides, man. We ain't playing.
Quad exhaust.
The carbon on that
Yep. Carbon tip.
Sport mode, man. Black top.
Ooh.
Ooh. Red gut, don't play. You know. Panoramic, there we go. Oh shit. Come on now. Interior lighting. Look at that.
They like that one thing my Mercedes, I give it to them with their lighting.
They interior.
Look at their seats on the door. The seat is on the door. You control the seat.
Green bean.
Green bean, there we go. How they know?
You know, I'll stay with the green.
That bitch is
Green,
hard, bro. All I'm trying to tell you, bro. Daily job.
Then they got the gloves on.
Swap it out with the flag, man.
I had to have the gloves on too.
I definitely have to give me some racing leather gloves. That's how the rich folks buy. They gloves. That's why they steering wheel don't be looking like that. All worn down and shit.
You gotta get the head-up display on that bitch.
Take off. Chat, y'all see that?
They see. Oh, again, no. Ooh. Yeah, man. You can't let anybody watch that part.
I'm going to the fancy card.
$200 Migo man. You gonna get me right. Said that's a lesson one? Damn, boy.
That nigga agent got a plaid Tesla too.
Oh shit. Nah, I definitely want a Tesla, bro. I want that plaid so bad, bro.
Nah, I always want. I like Tesla, period.
I mean, I would get a cheaper Tesla just to have a Tesla.
They come with naturally good sound system, leather seats off the gate. They're quick. Like, I don't care which Tesla you get, they're definitely fast. Like, if I need to get over, I don't even gotta question, can I get over?
Mm-hmm.
What is up, guys? So right behind me is a Toyota GR86, and this is probably the most fun you can have for under $30,000.
Go down that red one on the bottom. Yeah, that's that bitch right there. That motherfucking GR.
Hey guys, Sean here. We're going to get some hands-on time with the all-new 2026 RAV4 GR Sport. So for me, this is the RAV to get. We had a RAV4 XSE hybrid in the past. Absolutely love that vehicle. Of all the Toyotas I've sold, I think honestly, guys, the RAV4 is the one that I miss the most. It got such great miles per gallon, super comfortable to drive. This one right here, the GR Sport, it's going to be a little bit rowdy. 320 horsepower. It has been tuned by GR, both the suspension, the steering, the handling. We also have some aero bits up top too with the spoiler.
Okay, I see what-
The rear diffuser back here looks a bit different than the other RAV4s. Even down to the brakes too. You have some red.
Well, them the BZs though. That look like the BZs right there.
You can see the GR branding right here on the brakes. You see that? So this is a plug-in hybrid. I know, oh, it's a hybrid, but it's an all-wheel drive hybrid. That puts out 320 horsepower, and you're gonna be able to get 50 miles of range
See,
in
that's
just
the
EV mode. But
XS,
if you want to have all the power going to all four wheels because it's all
the XLE, I think. Oh, the limit.
later this year when the RAV4s actually come out and we are able to drive them. The nice soft touch materials all on the door. We have Softex plus some suede inside of these GR seats that actually seem to be somewhat more bolstered than the other RAV4s that I've sat in. You can see the kind of micro suede material right here. GR up in the headrest. You also have that branding right here on the door sill and right there on the floor mats. Our pedals too, look at that gas pedal. Very sporty looking with the billet and also the brakes. And here is all of our switches, not many, right here on the passenger side before we get in. Now, unfortunately, the whole new Toyota infotainment system that they talked about that this RAV4 has isn't quite ready to be showcased to us yet. So we're gonna have a fully integrated 14-inch screen right here, and then a 12.3-inch that looks like touch screen right here, and all of this MID and also the software that's going to be on this bigger screen is completely updated now. We're talking 5G connectivity. There's apps with it as well. So I'm very excited to test out what this new multimedia setup is going to be for Toyota moving forward. This also has Safety Sense 4.0. So it has adjustments for the radar cruise control, the lane departure assist, and all of those safety standards that come standard with Toyota products.
Guys, who do you think's gonna win?
Yeah, my neighbors got that bitch. I look at that bitch every time they pull that bitch out. That bitch look way better in person.
Yeah. Janae, honey,
Hey guys, John here.
They
Is
got that
the
over the range,
GX
'cause he was
550
under the range.
Over Trail Plus worth it? Let me explain.
They wind up coming across this
with the GX, but you said, John, it's not worth it. It's not worth it. Let me explain. I've had 2 GXs now from Lexus in the past couple weeks. I had Luxury Plus and the Over Trail Plus. Now the Over Trail Plus, a bit more off-roading, center locking diff, rear locking diff. We have the off-road
Jurassic Park type shit.
Blacked out bits. It looks really good. However, with both of these vehicles being a plus package, I just can't see you spending the extra money on it. So over on Lexus's website, guys, you can actually compare these vehicles option for option.
That's
so
that
the
white
GX
one,
Overtrail starts at $69,250. This guy right here starts at $77,250. And this
But that's the one the neighbors got. They got the white one. The black bitch hard.
$30,000. You would
That's
think
what
that
I'm
the Plus
saying.
model had everything. Nope, it doesn't. None of
They know they balling in that shit.
and then almost like this brown sand-colored interior. And of course, you have like kind of the olive drab suede right there on it. Black seats too up around it, heating, ventilated, also massaging, like I said. And then those extra 2 things we get, because these are 10-way power adjustable, is just right here. Whereas in the other one, if you want to extend that, you just grab it, move it forward. Tons of nice soft touch materials on the door. I know that the Lexus products for this new GX don't look amazing luxury, but if you guys actually touch all the materials and stuff, it's all pretty soft touch. The Mark Levinson sound system, the memory seats right here, which you don't get in $100. Push button start, of course. Nice heated leather wrapped steering wheel. We have the digital gauge cluster. 14-inch screen over here, which is kind of a pseudo 14-inch screen because you can see it integrates a lot of the climate control stuff, so kind of making it a little bit smaller right there. But we have all of our HVAC stuff here, which is really easy to kind of like get into and whatnot. As for the massaging seats, I said that they're a little annoying to get to, and check it out. So you have to go to car here. You have to go to seat controls. Have to massage. That's the only option. I don't know why I have to click it again. Then you have to tap your seat itself,
Figure out
family
where you
car.
want to
What
get
you talking
massaged
about?
at,
Escalade?
and then turn it on. So it's a process to get to your massaging seats when you get there. But again, now it's on my back. Feels alright. Again, not really worth it.
I'm saying about spending
Worth the
80.
price. All of our drive modes are right down here.
Yeah,
We
they're
have
like
multi-terrain
almost
select,
200.
control, control, traction control, all integrated with this little dial right here.
Yeah,
And when you
yeah.
change it, the GX comes up onto
Yeah,
the screen.
80,000
Sport Plus,
units.
normal,
Yeah.
comfort, eco,
If I
and
just want
of
a
course
truck
when
for
you do
80,
the
you know, for
multi-terrain
around that price,
select
one time
options
free.
too. You have auto, dirt,
I get
sand,
this one and I get the
which is
high.
pretty rad to have that come across on the screen right there. With the Overtrail vehicles,
I
as
get the
well,
Highlander,
you can get
Toyota,
the center
and I
locking
get
diff,
this
which
one.
all GXs do have. But we also
Twins,
integrate
I just call them
the
bitches
rear
twins.
locking diff for this.
2025.
I'll probably get them on the same color.
Oh no, I'm gonna have all my cars the same color. Maybe one or two it might be different, but most of them will be the same color.
That I tested, which is absolutely fantastic. This is wonderful acceleration figures, and it really kind of reminds you why you should spend the extra money for the Lexus version of this platform versus the hybrid powertrain. But let's go ahead and switch the drive mode here.
I'm about to say,
I ain't know that bass
Normal. And this is the mode that most people are going to drive the GX in, especially the Overtrail. This is where the dampers get a little bit softer. The engine also quiets down a little bit. It's not quite.
Shit, I like that Highlander. A little cheaper.
That's what I said. I would get both of them. Just get them the same color. Why it's the same car? They look just alike.
The BZ, and you know you know how they had the BZ and it was like 4K or something. But now it's just the BZ now. So you know how they had that black shit, yeah. Them BZs hard, man. Nigga might snatch one of them BZs up.
I think it's the Navigator. It might be the Navigator.
Let me just say Toyota SUV.
Yeah, it was called the VZ4X. Yeah. You know the one that had that black panel we seen?
I think that's I know which one you're talking about.
It's right here, look. But now they came out.
Yeah.
Now they got one where it's just the BZ now, where them black panels and all that shit ain't on it.
That's what it's called.
Let me see if I can find it real quick. I just seen it.
Yeah, the Land Cruiser. Yeah, that's one. Nah, them bitches hard too. Yeah, they're good. It's the same thing. The GX.
It's hard to.
I get both of them. This shit in person.
Oh yeah, I seen that. That's new. They just came out.
The little agent dude,
It was
he was like,
hiatus. Now the previous generation.
he was gonna get one.
That's cheaper though.
Having a base price of just under
But since then I said I would get this year.
If I was in the market to go get the
Of course,
GX,
the new generation was
I didn't
actually
quite
based
have
off of
80.
the Land Cruiser
Nah, for sure.
Auto, a smaller.
But that's why I said eventually I would have.
I saw that nigga, he got the
Which
sports
essentially
package,
meant
whatever, he
it
put
was
the lights
reduced
on the
the
top,
price
so
of
he
the
was
vehicle
selling
by
like a
about
G.
30 grand.
Yeah.
Underneath the hood, it continues
Nah,
to
this shit
Yeah,
hard.
right.
This shit like in person. This shit hard as fuck. Like I seen it. Even how you get the shit to step out on. They got the other package.
Yeah, you could trick them up.
You're on the seat, which is nice. The passenger,
Look at
however,
this.
only adjusts in 8 different ways. There's
I
no
seen that shit.
on the passenger side.
Presidential.
You got 2-person memory seats. And in terms of the materials, you can see it's a lot nicer versus the base trim. You have a
And I get some big around.
I'm about to say, I get the big boy tires
Yeah.
on that bitch.
on this
My
I put
shit
the
be
lights at the top. I had that
here.
Had lights underneath the world.
Black out with the lights
Window
underneath
controls,
that
which
shit.
are illuminated. They are also one touch for all 4.
Put the
You
extra
can see
tire
there's
on
the
the
button there
back.
for the power folding mirrors and an automatic function. Don't love the cheap material here.
This shit
is
remind me of
some,
some
black plastic.
Jurassic
I
Park.
appreciate this padded knee area here on the actual door panel. This whole lower area is hard touch plastic. And then this trim also includes a JBL 14 speaker premium stereo if you guys are an audiophile. So
Oh yeah, you know Toyota, man, they not
heat
playing.
ventilation is standard on the Land Cruiser trim. The leather is part of the premium package for $4,800 extra. Now, getting inside, you can see you have a fixed running board here, which is interesting how you can get a power retractable.
I'm trying to tell you, bro. I might get the BZ on that nigga, bro.
Here, as I pull myself in and hoist myself up, you can see
I'm telling you, bro. Look at this
Commanding
motherfucker.
view of the road. The step in is a little bit of a challenge, but that's what you get when you have nearly 9 inches of
They got a big ass screen. They got the 2 phone charging pads.
TNGA-F body.
This shit nicer than the GX.
Vehicle up, you can see stop button is here, which does get blocked by the steering wheel.
I like that. They want how they got them switches. See them switches?
Yeah, I like the
So
switches.
essentially, it just starts up
The screen
with the
is a
ready
little
sign.
bit more
The
classy.
engine usually does come on
Yeah,
most
this
of the
is-
times. It will
I
kind
told
of just
you, I
roar
think
to
this is
life.
the version.
It'll say ready, although sometimes, occasionally, you may find the engine not turn on.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna get that BZ,
Compared to the
man.
base 1958, this is much better in the sense that it has the dual 12.3 inch display. So you have a 12.3 inch display here for the instrument panel, fully digital, and then you have a 12.3 inch cluster here for the center stack, which does include wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. It has navigation built in based off of their clouds connected services. This screen setup here is much better versus the 8-inch display and the 7-inch display in the base trim, and you also get a heads-up display. Which is definitely nice. The upper door panel materials do have a soft touch injection molded plastic, but the graining feels a little bit cheap. It is a nicer graining here where it's actually padded, where this kind of has this like textured aluminum trim look. Shifter, as you can see, is a traditional shifter with a manual mode here. Of course, if you put the vehicle into reverse, there's the full 360 camera to increase wheel articulation. If you guys are seriously off-roading, that's something you can't get on any Ford. So keep that in mind. I appreciate how this is.
Some of the people gonna spend $60.
That's what I be saying. It's like, you gotta make sense. I don't give a fuck how much money you got. I ain't no stupid motherfucker.
Super special. You can see nice padded center console as well.
Yeah,
The nice leather, the premium package includes the toolbox here was essentially turned this into a refrigerator. Which is nice. It really blows in some cold air in there.
I got the mini champagne in the inside.
Functions as a standard center console. The seats, as I mentioned earlier, are really plush. They're very comfortable and supportive. So love how this trim includes real leather, which is nice. The glove compartment you can see is damped but not lined with felt. It goes into the dash. It offers 2-tier storage.
This is gonna be on.
Tusker also has a digital camera.
With the digital
standard mirror.
I got the digital.
You'll prefer that. There's a woven material for the headliner. You have LED map lighting in here, along with just a standard sunroof that basically